guys, Dr. Marra here. It is October 1st, 2013, and I thought I would come on briefly here just to give you an update, reminder of this CME that's coming in, and in my mind, it's full of photons and light to make the changes that are necessary for the transition that we're all here for. It also allows us to kind of push out some of the old and release some things that are no longer necessary. If you're hanging on real tight and you're not ready to go with the flow, you may have a difficult time. Um, so again, it's just a reminder that some of these things that happen that are physical, if you have a higher perspective and a more positive attitude towards it and look at it for what its highest potential is for humanity, for the earth, for the universe, um, you have a better time or a better go of it, so to speak. And I don't look at these CMEs that are coming intermittently. And quite frankly, I don't think that we've had anything that has hit the earth for some time. I've been watching the sun for several months, and this is the first one that I remember that was actually in alignment as it comes towards the earth. And some of them were shooting off the left or the right, but they were never, directly on course with the earth. But this one, I think it's supposed to hit tonight sometime, and some people are worried about the FEMA thing, and other people are thinking about the grid going down, and is it a possibility? Sure. Is it a reality? Yeah, in a dimension, in one particular dimension, which is a lower vibratory frequency. So if you're focusing your attention towards that, and as our collective is focused on that, then that becomes our reality. So remember that before this happens, this is an update to send your love and light to those people on the planet that may be thinking the doom and gloom scenario. So raise your vibration and put it out there in our collective that we want the greatest good for everybody involved. Not just personally, but for everybody. We're all connected. Everything's energetic. Everything is one. So we've come into this world, this realm, to separate ourselves, separate everything. It's all about separation for the purpose of experience. I kind of look at it as though, almost like the Big Bang Theory. Started out as one and just bam, everything went out and separated, separated, separated. So what does that look like? Well, look around. That's a door, that's a table, that's a wall, that's everything is separate. Everything's vibrating at a different frequency, which makes up its makeup. So for the purpose of the experience, we've co-created this thing. And humanity is an energetic stream. And again, we're co-creating our experiences. So why not collectively come together and think of our highest potential and whatever is in the greatest good for everybody that's involved and everything, and just let things happen. Try to get out of the doom and gloom scenario, get out of fear, think love and unconditional love. And we're going through this other thing with the government shutting down here in the United States, and the people that are doing these types of things right now, it's almost like they're squeezing, trying to hang on to that last ditch effort to control the populace and the world. And a lot of times when you put the squeeze on people, things backfire on you. And I really expect that's what's going to be going on here. Same thing with Syria. Whenever that happened, weeks, a month ago, whenever that was. I mean, I'm losing track of time. Things just seem to be speeding up for me. There's so much going on at the same time. And so it's difficult to keep up with everything and of course broadcast on it, your perspective, at least mine, from where my vantage point is. And I try to come with a higher perspective, a higher vantage point, the highest potential. And I'm in human form, so I'm not perfect. well, I guess we're all perfect, basically. But if you're going to look at it from a perspective of 3D, there are things such as mistakes, but from a higher perspective, a fifth dimensional, there are no mistakes, there are no accidents, things just are. So it's becoming more and more difficult for me to speak, and I think I might have said this in the last video, or maybe even the last two, that to communicate information that's understandable to multidimensionality and try to give a general message, because I'm so aware of 3D and what people think when they're at 3D, 4D, 5D, and higher. So I apologize if this isn't making any sense, because I'm flipping from one dimension to the other. But the basic theme here is, don't get caught up in the doom and gloom. Pay attention to your body. If you feel energetically where it's bringing you down, it's like, oh, that doesn't feel right. I don't like that. That's causing me fear. Turn it off. Get away from it. Get out into nature. Again, do all the things that we've talked about over and over and over again, because these are the times that you're needed. You know, if you're watching this wasn't an accident. This was meant to come to you to either enlighten you or just to remind you. And I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just putting these things out there to help myself, to help humanity, to help the planet. And again, it's all about love and light. And that's what these photons are coming from the sun right now. And it's exciting to me, because I know that means there's some major changes going on. And if you step back and become the observer of what's going on around you, instead of playing the victim role, oh, poor me, look, oh, I blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's all kinds of things I could come up with, but I don't even want to speak of them because I don't want to put energy into it. So basically, when this energy comes in, look at it as though they're photons, and they're here to come into your physicality, transform your DNA, so that you can release some of that lower vibration, release it, transmit it, transcend it from yourself, so that you can raise your own vibration, and then you get more and more energy. All of a sudden, your gifts that you, if you want to even call them that, it's just you. Who you are, whether you're a funny person, whether you can sing, dance, all these gifts that you have, telepathic communication, vision, insight. There's so much that you could call them gifts, but really that's just who you are. And as you release some of the old ways, the old ways of thinking, hanging on to the old, and just be open and go with the flow. And again, it's always about what's in the greatest good of all involved. If you could start to remember that and just say that with every decision you make through the day, and truly believe in it, and just trust. Trust in yourself, your higher self, these higher dimensional aspects of yourself, and our star family, these beings that have our back. They're right with us, whether you can see them or not. They're there. And again, that's a belief system. That's a dimensional awareness. So again, this is just a reminder to go with the flow. Don't get caught up in all the negativity. And if there's a particular place on the planet that you're at, that you're receiving this, become that beacon of light. Allow this energy. Prepare yourself for tonight. Just kind of get out into nature if you can. Look at the stars if it's nighttime when you're receiving this. If it's during the day, get out into the sun and take this energy in. And have the intent to change yourself, transform yourself to that better person that you can be, your highest potential. And as that ripples out into your local community and the county, the state, if you're in the United States, your whole country, and across the globe. So again, just a friendly reminder. And I'm going to send you guys some love, light, and laughter, and hopefully it's a reciprocal thing. And that's how we make changes. What's in the greatest good of everybody involved? And again, just a reminder, don't look at it as doom and gloom. Look at it as, all right, we're getting hit with some more high protons and neutrons and photons and all these things that are going to help transform things for the better. And if you step back and you become the observer, instead of being in the thick of things, it's much easier, because you can see as you step back, you have more clarity. You're like, if I was looking at this from a lower perspective, I could say that all these poor people, look, this happened to them. They dropped body or they died, however you want to, you know, speak about it. Um, but know that they've incarnated into this thing for the purpose of a physical experience, and we're spiritual beings living out a human experience. And prior to incarnation, you had a plan. You wanted to experience this, 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 and this, and now it's time to move on and drop body. Some of us have been here and we've been working on this for some time, and we have a ways to go simply because we want to be here to the end of this where uh, I guess there is never an end, but I really think that during this ascension process, we're going to wake up to a particular consciousness of awareness. And it may be a fifth dimensional awareness where we started at 3D and we work our way up. And collectively, eventually, I really think the way energy works, we're affecting one another. So again, raise your vibration so we can get there sooner. I'm all about getting there yesterday. So, um, yeah, whatever's in the greatest good of all involved. And again, sending you guys love, light, and laughter. And, you know, be in joy.